Welcome to Showdown. So let's get straight into things. We're going to kick things off. This is going to be Brian Adams' last performance with WCW before he's released, and he's going to do the job for Chris Sabin, or Sabin, however you pronounce it. And it's just with the aim to put Chris over, really, because he's got a very low over rating, and he doesn't want to go back to development territory. So it's not going to be a great match, but let's hope the aim is achieved here. We've got Stacy Keibler, the manager of Mike Awesome, being interviewed with him, just hotting up that feud with Sid Vicious, and he returns for favour later on in the show. Mark Henry is going to beat DDP cleanly. Scott Steiner is going to call out Lash LaRoe because Kurt Hennig gave Douglas a shot last time. LaRoe isn't happy about that. Steiner's not happy about not facing Hennig for the title, although he did not long ago. And he said the winner of those two will get a shot at Kurt Hennig. I don't know where he gets his sort of rules from, but that's what Scott Steiner says goes. And then later on in the show, Dusty Rhodes comes out and says, "Hang on a minute, let's make it into a four-way, a rematch from the last pay-per-view, Spring Stampede, and let's have Hogan, LaRoe, Hennig, and Scott Steiner main eventing Uprising next week." The Wall is going to retain his TV title by beating New Jack. Chris Kanyon losing badly in his feud to Shane Douglas, so he's going to get a bit of heat back here from this segment. Obviously, the plan to have the West Hollywood Blondes fight Air Raid after they save the Bushwhackers from their beating last show couldn't go ahead because AJ Styles has had to be suspended for a month. So 3 counts have taken their place, and they are going to beat the newly reformed West Hollywood Blondes, who have changed their gimmicks, and just hoping that the new gimmicks go down well. Shawn Stasiak was called out by Jeff Jarrett last show, and he's going to beat him by cheating here, and then Jarrett's going to get his own back afterwards, and they're going to end up brawling. And as requested, Jamie Noble's going to get his match against Lance Storm, which he's going to lose, and that is Showdown. And Adams lost overness, that's fine. Sabin gained overness, so we set out to achieve that. So mission accomplished. Not a good rating, but it was never going to be a good match. And Missile Dropkick is what finishes it. That did a surprisingly good rating, because I think last time they were interviewed together, it didn't do half as well as that. But Stacey has gained overness, and she is the hottest woman literally in for business right now. Well, actually, no, Tori Wilson is, but Stacey's not far behind. Mark Henry and DDP, better than his typical match. Death from above, forget about it, 1, 2, 3. That was to put Mark Henry over, but it didn't seem to have worked. But he's not lost anything from it, so that's fine. Steiner and LaRoe, these call-outs from main eventers don't always seem to go well, and unfortunately this one didn't. For Wall and New Jack, for Wall's a good worker. He has good matches with a lot of guys in the mid-card, and he is still TV champion. Chris Kanyon, not a bad interview there. Okay, that's bad. Lenny and Lodi debuted a new gimmicks. I can't even remember what it was, but they got negative responses. Oh, Clean Cut, that was it. That's very disappointing, but that's a risky run when you change the gimmicks, and it needed to be that because apparently their gay gimmicks didn't work well with them being faces. Sid Vicious backstage. I like Sid on the mic. I'm surprised by that rating. And I don't think it'd be right giving Sid Vicious a manager. He's just sort of a monster on his own, isn't he? So, disappointing with that. Jarrett Stasiak, good match there. Rematch from Spring Stampede. And they came up with the goods. 2 faces going at it. Hogan, LaRoe, and Hennig. Everyone except Steiner lost overness from this. Disappointing. But it is what it is. And the main event, Lance Storm sluggish, but a good overall rating. And we got a very good, 75%, despite that bad opener. So happy with that. 0.46, quite an average score, fairly decent for Showdown. Shane Douglas wants to work Shawn Stasiak, even though he just feuded with him for a month or so. So they can have a match on Uprising next. Okay. We have a look at unhappy workers. Storm's gone up to 6, Sting remains at 12. Let's go to next day, and again, and Wednesday will be the 1st of May, and that has come around quick. 1.8 they did for Backlash. That's a good buy rate for them. It's a pity I can't see who's actually wrestling at WWS events. It would be at pay-per-views. It would be interesting. But anyway, 1st of May, here we are, and I always like this time of month because I like to set up my new feuds at the start of the month, wherever the slot's available, and I like to review who's over, who's losing overness, and I can sort of work around that. So not a lot to say there. That'll be safe of a review. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's just have a quick look at these reviews. Interesting. Yeah. Hennig LaRoe. Yeah. Impact Players. Fish is awesome. And Wall and Sting. Okie doke. That concludes this show. Next time it will be a review of the month of April 2002. So I'll see you next time.